you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm dead. Most things that I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you change.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taylor XO, or welcome to Taylor XO if you're a new subscriber. So y'all, let's get into this video. So I know a lot of you guys may say, oh, this is old news, before some of y'all come in here saying, oh, well, she did this live 2 days ago. Y'all, I haven't been able to get around to all the things and that I wanted to say about this live and the clips that I wanted to get out of it. But even if it is old, I mean, obviously, Jazzy hasn't posted any content and they haven't went live in about a day or two. So, I wanted to speak on this because not too many people really took attention to the certain part of the live because, there's so much other stuff going on that pops up every other day with these two. And so you guys remember when Liv went live the other day to basically spill some tea about Jazzy. And, a lot of the things that she said, like I said in the past few videos, are not things that people didn't know. Everything that we predicted was things that, we already knew and were already saying for the longest. And that's why Jazzy was over there so, mad and pressed that, people were blowing her spot without even, her showing what was really going on in the house because, like I said, we already had known. But I wanted to get into the whole thing about the whole repossession thing of Chris's truck because we had been knew when it originally happened that it was repossessed. But, she went on to say when people were accusing her of the car being repossessed, she said that somebody has stole the truck. And y'all remember back then when Chris had came on to Facebook to say that the car was repossessed. I know y'all remember. He had made this Facebook post saying that someone stole my truck, all black Ford F-150 with all black rims. If any information, please DM me. The area, it was in Colony Loop. So a lot of people were just like, wow, that's so strange that out of nowhere, he would supposedly leave his keys in his truck and these kids would steal his truck and, drive it all the way to an apartment complex nearby and leave it there. Like, it's just kind of strange that people would do that. I mean, obviously, he did say that it was young kids that stole the truck, but the whole story didn't make sense. And Jazzy said one thing and he said another thing. And, from the start, people were saying that, obviously, she had to have not been paying the car payments because we do know that Chris was not working. He did not buy this truck. And obviously, with him not working, he couldn't afford any insurance or car payments on this truck. So it's just like, okay, well, it just makes too much sense that they will make up a story to try and make it seem like somebody stole the truck, but in all reality, it was Repoed. So remember back to this live when he was, with her at the tow place and he started going off on people because people were trying to blow his spot for the story not making any sense. Let's get into this clip.
Like, he didn't leave it in the truck. Don't let me explain that. Like, shut up, nigga, like, for real. Dumbass. The fuck up, bro. For real. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, dog. Why who would leave their truck in the I have to lock my truck with the key. So how the hell I'm gonna leave my key in the fucking truck? Shut up. Like, goddamn, bro. Stupid asses. The fuck up, nigga. Go get a life.
Yeah. People don't understand, like, this is no joke. I don't know why people think that we would joke about something like this.
Fuck, we gonna play with this, nigga. I had plans, nigga, for the... Man, shut up.
Like, nobody's joking about this. This is something serious. If it happened, and y'all think it's not serious, but if it happened to you, you would be butthurt. You would be upset. You would be frustrated. That was rude of them to say something like that. He's frustrated because someone stole his car.
So y'all remember back to that live and, people were saying just how disrespectful he was being in front of the kids and, just how he was acting. Like there's a time and a place for everything. And the fact that she allowed that man to cuss and carry on in front of those kids like that, people were saying that it was just crazy. And this is just one of the many things that Jazzy allows Chris to do in front of those kids. And, now that Liv exposed everything and we go back to looking at these situations, not only did we know that the car was repossessed, but we also also know that, you know, the kids didn't even flinch or, you know, really like take attention to him snapping just because these kids are so used to this man spazzing out and yelling, obviously. So, you know, the kids really didn't even seem fazed by it. And, you know, that's just very alarming that he could carry on like that in front of those kids and they don't even really seem concerned because, you know, when, you know, kids are in situations where they hear adults screaming or people are fighting around them or something like that, kids do get stressed out and they, you know, want to know what's going on. And she just seemed like she wanted to keep her mouth shut, that she was scared to even say anything back to him while he was carrying on. And, you know, a lot of people said that he ended up getting the car repoed while he was cheating on her because, you know, it's just kind of odd that it was picked up in an apartment complex. But she tried to say that he was at a gym and then the kids stole, I guess the teenagers at the gym stole the truck from the gym and drove it all the way to an apartment complex. But now that we look back at it, I honestly think that he was cheating on her in that apartment complex. And, you know, he happened to get his car repoed right when he was, you know, there because she ended up picking him up at that apartment complex. But, you know, people would say, oh, you're reaching. Oh, you're bored. You know, you need to get a life because you come up with these theories. But, you know, people don't put two and two together. And that's the problem with in this world, that people just act so dumbfounded about things. And, you know, a lot of the times people do reach and people do lie and try to make up things. But, you know, all you have to do is put two and two together. And obviously, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I just found it funny that, you know, this man let this woman get him a truck and he doesn't even have the decency to get a job to pay the car payments. Like, sis, how much of a bum is he? You buy him the truck and he can't even get a job just to pay the car payments. I mean, we know he's not in there paying anything else. Live already exposed. He doesn't pay any bills. So, you know, what is the huge deal about just, you know, getting a little job just to pay maybe a $200-300 car payment? It's like, damn. This is just how you know this man is just a bum to the max. I mean, you know, you got levels of bums. I mean, pretty much they're all bums, you know. At the end of the day, they're all bums, but you do have a level to bumness. And, you know, Chris by far is at the top of the bar for the biggest bum that I've ever seen in my life. But let's get into this live that Liv did. This was the live that she did 2 days ago, basically explaining that when Jazzy was over at her mom's, that whole situation that went down, she started going into what really happened and, you know, why Jazzy got online so mad. And she also explained that that was the time that his truck did get repossessed a second time and he dipped on her with her car for a couple hours. And let's just get into this clip and then we'll talk about it.
What happened was, that's when his car got repoed. So he was driving the van around. So he dropped them off at her mama house. And yeah, he was somewhere, disappeared. She called him. He didn't answer. Then he called her back. And I guess she was on live or some shit. And he was mad because she didn't answer. Oh, he gets real mad if she don't answer like this. If you don't answer like this, bitch, it's on. So yeah. And I guess that's when they got into it. And the mama got mad because she was upset or whatever the fuck. But he's disrespectful. She wanted a baby because she's stupid. That's why. I've been told her ass, don't have no motherfucking kids. Stupid. Fuck. The nigga already don't take care of the one you got. Yeah, what did he buy his kid, Jasmine? What did he buy his kids? Because every single time I spoke to you, it was like his money was his money, your money was everyone's money. So what did he buy his child ever? Maybe he's bought something since he started working. I don't know. I haven't talked to the bitch in a minute, but I don't know. That nigga did have a couple little side jobs here and there. He will work, keep his own money, spend all his money, and then be like, babe, you got 50 for gas? She be broke. I ain't got no money. I gotta use this money for my gas. Still give it to the nigga. Liv, do you have 20 bucks I can borrow? Stupid bitch. I'm so sick of you, bro. I'm so sick of you. I'm so sick of you, my nigga. And you know what? People will really blame me for this shit. They're really gonna sit there and blame me for this shit.
So those were the clips first of Liv basically saying the whole situation that happened with he was driving around her car and, you know, he wasn't answering. He disappeared. And her mother had got online and, you know, said some things because she was concerned about what happened after he picked her up. And, you know, it was just so crazy how Jazzy came on here to lay out her mom for that bum. You know, Liv went on to say that her mom does so much stuff for her. And, you know, the last person that she should be, or that she should be coming online to lay out is her mom, especially for that bum, which I totally agree. You know, it's just giving that this man has brainwashed her and manipulated her so hard that, you know, even the people that are doing the most for her, that's just how you know at this point that, you know, he is not only maybe doing physical, you know, the beatings, but he may also just be mentally abusing her to the core so bad that she just is so delusional. She doesn't know anything but what he's telling her. And, you know, I know she's a grown woman at the end of the day. You know, nobody can really do that much mind control to you. I mean, maybe if you're just that weak of a person, which Jazzy is, she's a very weak person, but, you know, I just can't even believe that she has allowed this man to, you know, financially just drain her this hard when she has all these kids that she is taking care of on her own. And, you know, this is just what happens when you allow a man to come in after you had had kids by another man. And, you know, he gets to being selfish and wants things all for himself. And, you know, your kids come last. And, you know, but that's her doing. That's her decision to put this man before her children. Nobody told her that, you know, you have to listen to this man and give him whatever he says. You know, you have a mind of your own. If you don't want to pay a car payment, if you don't want to buy a truck for this man, you don't have to. But, you know, anything for a man. So I also included the clip in where somebody had asked her, you know, why does she want another baby from him? And Liv went on to say that he doesn't buy him Pampers. He doesn't buy him anything. And she said, you better not have another baby by him. And she even went on to say that she will give him her last dollar in gas and then call her up and ask for $20 in gas. And it's just like, God darn, like, how much of a bum is this man? I mean, he has to have picked the dumbest of the dumbest. And, you know, that's why he's not leaving. And that's why he threatens her that he's going to take his son if he does leave, because he doesn't want to leave his cash cow, because then he'll actually have to go get a real job and work. And he's too lazy to do any of those things. And, you know, I wish Jazzy would, you know, do a trial test on this bum and stop doing for everything for him, like paying his car payment, making sure his food in the stomach, paying the bills. And let's see how long that bum sticks around. And I guarantee you, sis, he won't be sticking around for long. But these are things that you have to know on your own. These aren't things that people should have to tell you, because at the end of the day, you know, you have daughters that are looking up to you, and you know, it's time to get with the program, because if you don't, your daughters will be doing the same thing that you do. And I don't think Jazzy cares. You know, she is too wrapped up in a man. And even when she's not wrapped up in a man, she still doesn't care about her kids. But, you know, it's just crazy that she allowed that car to get repoed twice. And she, you know, she allowed it to get repoed, but she ran right to the shop and she got it out. And, you know, it's like your kids are walking around with rags and dirty, you know, years and old shoes, and, you know, not being fed right and all these things, but you're still going to hurry up and rush to go get a man's truck out of repo when you have so many other things that you need to take care of with that money. And yet again, he's still out to lay on his butt and not work and not do nothing. Now, Liv did say he does have a job now, but we know that he will be quitting that job soon, and the truck will get repoed again, and, you know, probably end up getting taken for good. And, you know, she'll have to buy him another truck and then, you know, pay for that to get out of repo. And it's just going to be the same cycle, because this man doesn't want to work or get a job. But, you know, I just had to make this video because I just really couldn't believe that this girl was that delusional to come on here with a storyline like that and say the teenagers end up stealing his truck, taking it to a apartment complex, and they ended up towing it, and, you know, they had to get it out there. Like, that is so delusional. And the fact that he was going along with it and getting mad that people weren't agreeing with it is even more psycho and crazy. Like, I'm sure it's going to get weirder and weirder because these people are just so delusional, crazy, and bummy. But comment down below what you guys think about this whole repossession thing, because, you know, I had to do a separate video on that because it just really blew my mind that, you know, people you know, just get that fake on this YouTube stuff to just create storylines and really go live and get mad and act like it's a whole thing when it's really not even that. It's just really scary. But thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.